Shout out to Money Brown, man. Ernest Jr. My boy Money Brown, he get a lot of money, so I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV and keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on out there, fight world? It's your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here is on two big dogs in this fight game. We have Canelo Alvarez, the hottest fighter on the planet, the #1 pound-for-pound king, the 4-division world champion, and the undisputed super middleweight world champion. Then we have Dimitri Bivol. He's the WBA light heavyweight world champion, been reigning since 2017. Then we have Jamal the Hitman Charlo, the 2-division world champion, and the current WBC middleweight world champion. Now, Canelo Alvarez, everyone, is coming out this week to let us know his next opponent. He just defeated Caleb Plant to become the undisputed super middleweight world champion, and now he's looking, for bigger and better things. And, I feel like Canelo has two names on his hit list at the moment. We all know Eddie Reynoso is in the driving seat. So, it's up to Eddie to pick the opponent for Canelo Alvarez. Doesn't matter who it is, everyone. Doesn't matter who it is, Canelo Alvarez, is looking to face him. You know what I mean? So Eddie has to look at the landscape and see, what's the best opponent, and what can put Canelo, in that mindset of wanting to be great than what you are. You know what I'm saying? I want to take it to the next level. As Canelo want to do, because Canelo always want to do something bigger than what he just done. So, nonetheless, I feel like it's two names on the hit list. #1, Jamal Charlo, right? It's been rumors and speculation that they was in negotiation, things of that nature. Eddie came out and cleared that up, said we're not in negotiations yet with anyone, but we will be talking next week. That was last week. So, still, I think Jamal Charlo is one of the guys that's, on that table. Just the simple fact of knowing Canelo, saying he will fight this man multiple times, and me looking at Canelo and knowing when he's very serious about something, and Jamal Charlo is one of them names that he's very serious about. You just feel like, Charlo's one of them guys that's on that level that can push him to the limit and can be very competitive. You understand what I'm saying? Canelo Alvarez always looking for a challenge. Jamal Charlo could have fought Canelo at 160, but, Canelo had other plans. He wanted to move up and become a 3-division world champion. That's exactly what he did. But nonetheless, Charlo is still right there. And then we have Dimitri Bivol. Like I say, he is the light heavyweight WBA world champion, or should I say super WBA world champion. And, Dimitri Bivol is another hell of a talent that Canelo admires and got nothing but respect for. And we all know that these dudes was in negotiations before the Caleb Plant fight took place, right? So Caleb Plant was at the table. It looked like the fight wasn't going to happen. We all know about the contract situation. And then, Dimitri Bivol was ready to step in, fight Canelo at 172, if I'm not mistaken, for his WBA title. But, everything happened that Canelo and Plant came back. They made the fight happen. And, the rest was history in that fight. But Dimitri Bivol, hell of a fighter, man. Gold medalist as an amateur. All the skills in the world. Wanted to come back and face the great Andre Ward. He was on his hit list. And his confidence, man. Dimitri Bivol confidence just shows you, the competitive that he is, and that, he's willing to go in there with Canelo Alvarez and give it his best. Now, like I said, the announcement will be made this week on who is the next opponent for Canelo Alvarez. Eddie Reynoso must have that man in mind from last week. He probably just want to, go over a few details and figure out a few things before he exposed the name. But nonetheless, man, if it's Jamal Charlo, that's going to be a hell of a fight. Like I say, these dudes has history. We can probably say all the way back from 154 up to right now, with Canelo being at 168 and Jamal being at 160. But nonetheless, Jamal is willing to come up to 168 to face Canelo Alvarez, and he's going to have to come up to 168 to face Canelo Alvarez, because Canelo says he's not going back down to 160. And it's one hell of an opportunity for Jamal Charlo to be on the biggest stage of his life, right, to get the biggest payday of his career, and to go for greatness. You understand what I'm saying? So when you got an opportunity at greatness, you don't look back. You don't second guess yourself, or you don't doubt it. You take a chance at greatness, because Canelo Alvarez is the fight that can change your entire existence on this earth if you can be victorious. You dig what I mean? And it's just gonna be one hell of a fight, man. You know, the style, the matchup. A lot of people feel like Canelo just go walk through Jamal Charlo, this, that, and the third. You know, we never know, but nonetheless, it's gonna be a great fucking fight. It's gonna be a great fight. Jamal is undefeated. He's in his 30s. Strong jab, strong core, strong chin. You know what I mean? So he's going to go out there and try to push the limit against Canelo Alvarez. And anybody who gets inside that square circle with Canelo Alvarez is going to up that level. They're going to up that level. If you that type of fighter and you believe in yourself, you're going to up your level. You're not going to leave no stones unturned. You'll come in the best shape of your life, try to have the best game plan of your life, and try to make history, you know what I mean? Like I said, to change your life. You feel me? So it's a competitive nature with Jamal Charlo, man. He's going to go in there. He's going to give it his all. But overall, you know, Canelo Alvarez will go in there. He will beat Canelo Alvarez. That's why everybody wants to fight him. Sorry. And I feel like he will be victorious. You know what I mean? Now, with Dimitri Bivol at 175, I feel like that because, like I said, they was in negotiations at first. And one thing about Canelo Alvarez, you know, if he does something, he want to finish it. If he does something or he speak on you, he want to finish it. So we all know the relationship that Canelo has with Eddie Hearn. They have a little, you know, partner relationship where they working with each other. And, you know, Dimitri is on the zone under Eddie, if I'm not mistaken. And I just feel like, you know, they can make that happen with a snap of a finger and a blink of an eye because both of these guys want it. Both of them want it. And Dimitri Bivol is willing to do whatever he has to do to get the Canelo fight. And that's what I respect. That's what I respect. Right? He said they'd come to 172, knowing Canelo is not the biggest light heavyweight in the world, right? I know a lot of people gonna say, well, he can go to cruiserweight, so why can't he meet him at 175? Why can't he do? You know, it's gonna be a whole lot of crybaby stuff going on. But nonetheless, Dimitri Bivol understand the opportunity, and he understand that Canelo don't have to pick him. You understand what I'm saying? He don't have to pick him. But nonetheless, it's a hell of a fight, competitive fight. Like I say, Dimitri Bivol has one of the highest IQs in boxing right now. Good jab, good pop, you know, nice size. He's physically built too. You know, them Russians, they are physically built for contact, you know, even though he's a boxer, right? But he's built for contact. And him and Canelo makes for a hell of a fight. They make for a hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? That's no easy fight for Canelo. You dig? Like I say, Dimitri Bivol wanted Andre Ward at once upon a time, but Ward, you know, he retired from the game. You know what I mean? Ward interviewed him before, and Bivol said, yeah, I had my eye on you. You did? I had my eye on you, and I wanted to be the first man to defeat you. So it just shows you his mentality and his heart, that he's willing to face the best, and he's not afraid to, you know, put it all on the line. He's not afraid to put it all on the line. So respect to Dimitri Bivol, but at the same time, like I say, sorry, Canelo is Canelo. And I feel like Canelo Alvarez will find a way to take out Dimitri Bivol as well. You understand? In impressive fashion. You feel me? But nonetheless, these two guys are quality competition. You know, like I say, world champion level. Been on that level for a minute. Charlo is a 2-division world champion. Been world champion for a minute. Dimitri Bivol been a world champion since 2017. So they've been on that stage, and, you know, I feel like they can handle the pressure. But the Canelo stage is a different stage. It's different. And I mean, the spotlight is bigger. The interviews are more. The fights are more intense. You dig? Like, it's the biggest. It's the creme de la creme. It's the pinnacle of the sport when you're going up against Canelo. Let's just say that. It's the pinnacle. So this is the biggest of the biggest, right? The spotlight, you're going to have to deal with that. Could they handle that? Could they handle it? You know what I mean? We seen Caleb Plant. I think the pressure kind of got to him. Billy Joe, I think the pressure kind of got to him. With Canelo, he's been on this level for a while now, so it's like another day in the office for him. You know what I'm saying? He know what to expect when you walk out there to 72,000 people in the stands screaming for you, going crazy. He know how to handle that pressure. He thrive off that pressure. Can Jamal Charlo step up and thrive off the pressure? Can Dimitri Bivol step up and thrive off the pressure? You feel me? If you're in that square circle and you down and you got the fans all cheering for Canelo Alvarez, how do you make adjustments? Do you got tunnel vision? Can you block them out? Can you stay focused? You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes on inside that square circle than just, you know, facing Canelo Alvarez. You know what I mean? You got to face the atmosphere. You have to face the atmosphere. And if you don't know how to deal with that atmosphere, then that's just going to be another notch going against you, you know, against Canelo Alvarez, because that fan pressure is a motherfucker, you know what I mean? The fan pressure is a motherfucker, and you don't want to let that start persuading the judges, and you start, you know, rethinking yourself, rushing and doing things that you normally don't do, you know what I mean? Pressure make people do certain things that they normally don't do. And you don't want to make mistakes against Canelo Alvarez inside that square circle, because he will make you pay. Canelo is good with reading people. He's good with taking your weaknesses and making it his strengths. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be smart inside that square circle, man. You have to be smart. But overall, these two dudes, man, are two quality opponents, right? Nobody can say nothing. Nobody can discredit Canelo or nothing like that. You got to get that man his just due and say that, you know what, he's facing the best of the best. Because after facing two back-to-back world champions at 68 to become undisputed, then you go and face a Jamal Charlo or Dimitri Bivol. Like, come on, man. You got to get that man his credit, man. You got to get that man his credit. We all know he back in the ring May 7th, Cinco de Mayo. I feel like one of these guys will be the next opponent. I'm leaning towards Jamal, but I'm not leaving out Dimitri Bivol. I really think it's a 50-50 situation, because Bivol was right there. It was almost signed, sealed, and delivered. You know, Canelo can revisit that and make that happen. Or he can, you know, defend his titles at 168, bring Jamal Charlo up, handle his business with Jamal Charlo, you know, and put a title defense under his belt, which is history as well, you know what I mean? A lot of people go, well, I think David Benavidez deserves it. Listen, it's up to Canelo. It's the Canelo sweepstakes. If you want to fight David Benavidez, then he'll do that. If you want to fight Jamal Charlo, he'll do that. If you want to fight Dimitri Bivol, he'll do that. And guess what? Us as the fans, we're going to watch and we're going to pay, because all three of those fights are great fights. You understand? They're great fights. So we will be keeping our ears to the streets, everybody. Eddie Reynoso will be making that announcement soon. If it's not one of these guys, then we will come back and we will talk about who he picked. But to Monty Brown, I believe it's a 50-50 between Jamal Charlo and Dimitri Bivol. We'll see if I'm right. You know, I might be wrong. But if I'm right, you know, we'll come back here and we'll chop it up on how this fight will play out and the history and the greatness of Canelo. You understand what I'm saying? So good luck to Jamal. Good luck to Dimitri Bivol. I know y'all boys want that Canelo sweepstake. So let's just see who Eddie Reynoso got in mind, and let's see who he picked. Until then, it's your boy Monty. It's the NSBC moving, and nobody's safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App. TreyHunter52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the videos. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.